Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. And here's Nate Aguero! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
After 8 minutes...
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Laporte clears without hesitation. Yamal picks out its Pele! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Rodri clears it away. Hoisted in. Rodri. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rodri played through into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Kubasi. And it's Rodri. For Ferran Torres.
Fabian Ruiz.
Here's Oyarzabal, looking for the run. Not where it came from. Oh, well played. Oh, good-looking ball. Neymar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Neymar, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kubasi. Rodri.
Ferran Torres.
Baresi. Oh, nicely intercepted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great vision.
Aguero! And yes, it's there!
And this is getting better and better. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Neymar has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Cucurella. And it's Gavi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar. Oh, that's a key interception. Pedri. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is two, but still, all things are possible. The second period is underway. And this is Pele. Baresi, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. It's Pedri. And it's Rodri. Played out to the left flank. Takes on his marker. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And Laporte. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Gavi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cucurella. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oh, now it's Oyarzabal! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Nice physical challenge. Pedri. Laporte. Kubasi. Llorente plays it all the way forward. And this is Gerrard. And this is Aguero. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space. to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Pele, Aguero, and he is dashing away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Number 7.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Number 9. Gabi. Coming on the field. Number 19. Yamal. Number 26. Jorge Iglesias. Number 17. Nico Williams.
Cucurella. Now Nico Williams. Yamal. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Pedri. And they win it back again. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. That has not gone well. Can he get it through? Well read, nice interception. This is a promising build-up. He's a sharp little ball here. Spain with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. Pedri with the short one. Now it's crossed into the decent chance! And I think we're done! Yes, we are done! So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Aguero. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make a forward run. And even when it comes to set pieces, he'll hang around for minutes thereafter in the hope that he might just get an opportunity. So yes, he's a centre-back, but a very different one.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, that was vital. Hakimi. Barcola. It's a goal kick. Cafu.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And here's Kagawa. Batistuta! Oh, denied brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely weighted ball. Barcola stood up well to him there. Cafu attempts a clearance. Hakimi. Barcola. And the ball is out of play. Looking for the run. Now that's well seen too. That's tidy. Spence, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Romero is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that was very necessary. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he get it through? And he's had it nicked away. Well, it's Batistuta. It's played through for him. Decent chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
The goal scorer!
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Manchester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter.
That's it, 45 minutes up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Manchester definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Schneider. And it's Aguero. And here's Yamal. And he's got away from it. There's the shot! In he goes again. It's a goal! Argentina are level. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Great vision. It's a promising position. Oh, that's a fine interception. Deftly away. That has been slung wide. Real chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Kagawa finds himself offside. Barcola pinches it off him. Kagawa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now he's running away. He's having a shot!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Ball is over the line. Back in once more. Tries a shot! And it's come back out to him. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Spence.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
He's a sharp little ball here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Substitution for Argentina. Number 12, Barcola. Coming on to replace him is number 11, Bukayo Saka. Substitution in progress.
Now it's Pele. Now it's come to nothing.
Manchester really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And this is Gerrard. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Spence kept his eye on it, and he's there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Can he get on the end of this? Now, what about a counter-attack?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the shot! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not...
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Shevchenko. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what.
Haaland! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates, and that was nowhere near his best. Goulet, looking to play him in. Messi, that's tidy. And he can clear it away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is
Real chance! It's in! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
one sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Distributed tidily. Oh, some tackle that. Now it's Messi. He's going for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Puyol kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Haaland, oh, he's burst through. Great chance! Sensational from Haaland! A finish right from the top draw. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Number 17.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh no, what has happened here? Goes for a shot! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Arsenal leading now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
O'Shea clears. And it's played forward. That pass has been well intercepted. Played out to the left flank. Royce. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Kagawa. And that has left him in a heap. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Great defending, strong and determined. Van Dijk. And here's Haaland. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Arsenal are down to 10 men. That's it. The referee says enough. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
Please turn to the
So there it
screen
is.
for
What
sport
struck you
from
most
today's
about
round.
that? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan. He's gone for goal! Zico! Special player!
What a perfect way to spark the game. The perfect statement of intent, the perfect timing, and the perfect finish.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That looks a good ball through. Oh, he's all alone. With decent chance! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Roberto Carlos, cross it, getting up there! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Pinches it off him. Cannavaro makes the interception. Roberto Carlos, and here's Mbappe. Baresi getting this one clear. Great vision. Very calmly anticipates. And reclaimed it in a trice. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That's a good run down the left. He's got away. Played in by Roberto. Oh, greatly!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Crosses it in. He leaps for it. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Aims beyond the defence. Cannavaro. Well read, nice interception. Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. And it's Zico. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Cross in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. That's a little off target. Look at the space here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Zico.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I laugh.
Marvellous goal! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
That's superbly well played. Any aspiring strikers out there watching this, that's the sort of movement you need to create space.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Added time.
That pass has been well intercepted. It's played through for him. Khan with the clearance. Oh, that's a key interception. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Oh, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Manchester can really do with some bigger names standing up here.
Goes for goal! Great effort, but no way through. Cafu. He won't be happy with that one. Zico. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, now he can run away with it. That's a Kagawa! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos getting this one clear.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
And the shot! You've got to be quick to recover this. He's done very well to get to that.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
A header! Oh, good finish. And this is getting better and better. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So the lead now is 2.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's a sharp little ball here. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Totti. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. And that should get the job done. Looking to play him in. Chance! Caught offside that time.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Costa Curta. Edmilson. Totti. Edmilson. Roberto Carlos, renowned for his long-range shooting. And here's Mbappe. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And the shot! And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. doesn't he just?
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So now the difference is 3.
And Ribéry! And it's in! Ribéry duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Mbappe! And there's a goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Can he get on the end of this? Looking for options for movement. Zico. O'Shea gives no quarter whatsoever. That's really well manoeuvred. And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Manchester desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. That pass isn't the best. Distributed tidily. Space for him to turn and look. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Oh, good effort! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
That's headed upfield. And this is Shevchenko. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Gehi makes the interception. Can he get it through? Messi. It's Bellingham. Bellingham. Spread it left. Great vision. That is ended up in no man's land. And that's a good ball. Mbappe! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. He gave it plenty and some. Crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Manchester really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Dembele, he is through here. Showing good feet. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gerrard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh no, he does have an assist to his name. And it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. That's a nicely shaped ball. Corbell gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Threads one in. Messi is always looking to break lines. Tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. It's Canoa!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? Oh, important interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Chance for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Towering header! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. A high-octane end to the first period, but there's still a single goal in it.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
It's not easy being down in situation.
Getting up there! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Messi with the short one. Dembele's cross. Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Batistuta. Now then, the ball's come loose. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And he's picked out the run. Great chance! And he hits the net. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's been hooked away. Time and again they are repelled. Messi. Dembele. He's found a way through. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Kagawa. And this is Shevchenko. And the finish! And it's come back out to him. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Diouf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution on the field. Number 26.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Number 8. Gerard.
And a header! And how did he not put that away?
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence. Something they can really do with at the moment.
Number 19.
Shifted it to the flank.
Substitution.
Looking to play him in. Gehi gets across to intercept that. Oh no. And this is Aguero. Real chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish. So their fourth quarter of the game. That's the keeper's ball. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, played right into his path. Oh, well played. Simeone. That's a little off target. Looking for options for movement. Could have here their final chance. They're up to 5 corners now. It's run, and another try! Dembele, charge. That's that, the end. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable.
And if you do,
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces of course have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Simeone calmly anticipates. Looking for the run. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, this looks sharp. No, that's been intercepted. Played into space. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Lewandowski going after that. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And here's Dani Olmo. Deftly away. Barcelona have reclaimed it. And it's Lopez.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Vinicius Junior. And he's decided to go for it. And for a moment, time stood still. Dani Olmo. Great vision. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And he shoots! Goal! Barcelona! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mbappe! Delivery. Oh, he's been caught napping! Asensio is there, and he can get that clear. So, what can they make of this? Yamal supplying the width on this right-hand side. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Stood up well to him there. Xabi Alonso gets it clear. Fermin tries to play it through. That looks a cracking ball. Oh, good ball! And it's been hooked away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a throw. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Barcelona have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. Back on the way then.
Barcelona can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Driven in, punched away, and he can clear it away. Ball's out once more. And it's Rashford. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mbappe is onto this.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's a good ball out wide. He's had a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Lamine Yamal just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Yamal. Plenty to aim at here. Yamal! Has fallen kindly here. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 26.
Barcelona
Rashford.
can now introduce
Number
the
10,
first of their substitutes.
Mbappe. Number 22, Dani Olmo. Coming on the field,
Fermin.
number 9,
It's a really well-measured ball.
Torres. Number 20.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Number 11, Rafinha.
Yamal! And he's there to belt it away. Fermin. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That is very well defended. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Camavinga gets it clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's intervened well there. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And that is out of play.
Substitutions taking place.
Fermin. And he cuts out the supply. Well, there's the clearance. Barcelona close now to seeing this one through to the end. Looking to play him in. Oh, well measured.
He'll be disappointed with that. Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Time for a change in personnel. Lewandowski coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might limit their opponents.
5 minutes.
And that's been won straight back. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Out towards the flank. Now it's Ferran Torres.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
There's the shot! And that's a sharp finish. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige.
So that's it. It is all over. Barcelona can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Barcelona really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. Okay, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
Well, it's Batistuta. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Pele just eases him off the ball. Now that's well seen too. Nicely weighted ball. Rice, a player who needs no introduction. And he's straight offside. And the pass is intercepted. Shevchenko.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Sneijder plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Diouf with the foul. Pele. Bonucci is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now, good-looking ball, looking to play him in. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Thuram. And it's Rice. Looking for the run. Gyökeres. That's very neat. Aimed at the far side. He's rising! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Baresi. And he's intervened well there. Rice. Batistuta. It's a threatening ball. A good take in a good area. And this is Batistuta. Rice. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Sneijder is someone with real dynamite in his boots. No, that's been intercepted. Costa Curta. A good play on the left-hand side here. Pele. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's well spotted. And for the first half, that is that. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So straight into the second half.
Manchester really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Rice.
And it's Schneider.
Can he get on the end of this?
Gyökeres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
Tries a shot! And he's stuck it away! It is the pick-me-up they all long for!
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
David Villa proves just a little bit too strong. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And this is Batistuta. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
It's a searching pass.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Schneider. He's found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Batistuta. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Nicely shaped ball. Back to the keeper it goes. Otamendi. No, again there's no way through. Looking for options for movement. And he shapes to shoot! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring! Absolutely purring!
Number 21.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Number 13. Shevchenko.
So is that... And the referee brings it to a close. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.
Please be reminded that drinking.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Now there's a fine ball, and he's managed to get free. That's put paid to the danger. Iran have reclaimed it. Great big chance! Goal! Iran! And it's Iran who take the lead. So smooth, a signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Iran break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's destined for the flank.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Bagan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
The ball goes in. Caught offside that time. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all...